Good morning, everyone. This is Anil Rathod, sir. On behalf of the Impact Coaching Classes and English Spoken Academy, very good morning to all. Namaste. So, uh, today I'm going to give you some information regarding tense. As you know that in English subject, tense is very important topic as far as grammar is concerned. If you really want to understand this tense, so first of all, we should know what is the tense. So basically, tense is nothing but any action which happen in a particular time, in a situation, and a given time. That is tense. So students, as I told you earlier that tense is very important for our grammar as well as for our English education purpose. So what do you know about tense? Okay, there are three kinds of tense mainly. There are three kinds of tense. Each tense also divided into four types. So there are sub four types in each tense. If anyone asks you what are the different kinds of tense, then you must say there are basically three kinds of tense. Each tense divided into four types. So totally there will be a 12 tense. But if anybody asks you what are the main kinds of tense, you must answer that there are mainly three kinds of tense. So in this lecture, today we are going to learn about what is tense and what are the different kinds of tense. So behind me there is a board. So I have mentioned in brief the different sentences of each tense. Without naming the tense there, I have just mentioned there the different sentences of tense. So if you have a good command over English subject, if you really want to speak proper English or you have to improve your English grammar, the basic and very important part of the English, that is tense. If you don't understand tense, you cannot understand English subject. So let us understand what are the three main kinds of tense. The first one, that is present tense, then past tense, and last future tense. Each tense also divided into four types. As I told you earlier, the tense can be divided into four types: simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. When we talk about the present tense also divided into four types. Basically, what is present tense? Present tense is nothing but any action which always happen in our life, in daily life, that is simple present. I am talking to you now, I am teaching to you now, this is present continuous. I have done my work recently, that is present perfect. I have been speaking English for last 10 years, this is present perfect continuous. So these are the different types of the present tense. So likewise, in case of past, simple past tense, past continuous tense, past perfect continuous. Similarly, this is the same case in case of future, simple future, future continuous, and future perfect tense, future perfect continuous. So first of all, we will see what is the present tense. Okay, so I hope you understand what I say. Present tense, first of all we'll see simple present tense. What is simple future? What is simple present? So simple present is nothing but any action which always happen in your life, in a daily routine, our thought, daily action, habit, our discipline, universal truth, we can understand the simple present tense based on this. Many coaching classes, even smart coaching classes, those who have been running this particular English classes for last couple of years, they give the formula and the structure for to understand the English subject, especially grammar. Student, as far as my knowledge is concerned, English is a language subject. English is first language, then subject. So if you really want to speak good English, to understand the grammar part as well, you have to understand the language part first. So let us understand what is simple present. For example, I speak English, you go to school, I like this game. So whatever you speak or you say in general life, in your daily habit, routine, your thought process, everything which comes under simple present tense only. For example, the milk is white, the sun rises in the east, she goes to play again, he goes to school, I play again, I don't like this. These are the sentences of simple present tense. We can also make the different kind of sentence itself within the sentence of simple present. For example, I play again. I can make it I don't play again. Do I play again? Do I not play again? So these are all sentences of simple present tense itself. So basically, while understanding this particular portion of the English grammar, we have to see how the sentence is going to make, what is the meaning of the sentence, do we understand what is mentioned there. If you really want to improve your English, you have to understand the tense rather than mug up. Many students, what they do, try to recall the structure. Most of the students try to recall the structure or the formula of English tense, and after a few months or after some days, they easily forget it. So I don't want to go with that way. That is not the best way to learn the tense. The best way to learn the tense is that to understand the tense, in which tense it happens, how did it happens. So it is depending upon the meaning of the sentence. That is why I have told you earlier that English is a language, then subject. So let us understand one after one the example which are mentioned on the board. See, first of all, present tense, where in case of simple present tense, I have mentioned on the board, I speak English. I speak English. I like to speak English, so that I can say I like speaking English. I can also make it negative. I don't like to speak English. Do I like to speak English? Do I not like to speak English? In case of simple present, I have mentioned this example. When you talk about present continuous tense, students, when we talk about present continuous tense, what is the present continuous tense basically? Present continuous tense is nothing but the action which is going on in the present time. Present continuous tense is nothing but the action which is going on or incomplete or progressive in a particular tense, that is nothing but present continuous tense. If you want to understand this particular tense, so that you can go with the formula as well if you want to go with that. But in my knowledge, formula comes later. First of all, we have to go through the sentence, its meanings, and how we can develop our knowledge about the English grammar, basically tense. You know what? If you really want to make the formula based on the sentence, you can make it. How? Let us understand. This is the subject. Who is subject? The person or the subject who does action here. This is the verb first form, then object. Is that necessary to mention the first formula and then go for the sentence? I think, according to my knowledge, it is not necessary to learn the formula first and then go for sentence. I think, as far as my knowledge is concerned, we have to go through the sentence, its meaning, how it is mentioned, what is the meaning of the given sentence, and then only you can easily follow the formula. But only recalling this formula or the structure is not sufficient to know about the tense. My dear student, I am giving you this information very confidently and honestly that no need to recall a structure. Structure can easily forgotten. Structure can be easily forgotten after some period of time. But once you understand the meaning of the sentence or the given structure, or given sentence, so that you can remember it a longer time. See, we are actually I'm going to talk about present continuous tense. What is present continuous? Now I am teaching to you. The action is going on or not. See, this is the present continuous tense. You are listening to me. At this moment, action is going on, and many students ask this question that, sir, how would you know that whether this given sentence is a present continuous or not? It will be confused in the examination, or while we are speaking, it is a little bit challenging for us that how to understand a particular sentence is in present tense only or present continuous tense only. My friend, I just want to tell you one thing. When we speak in English, we should think in English only. Do not think about any other languages. For example, if you are belong to the particular language and if you want to speak in English, you try to translate the sentence or the word in your mother tongue and then you are converting. So this will be a difficult task. One should not go with that way. To speak good English, tense is important part, and you have to follow that, but you have to implement it in an application way. No need to recall something else. When you recall something, you will be forgotten easily. I told you earlier. What is the best way to speak English then? To know about the basic things regarding tense is important. That is 100% accepted. But how to use it? So now I am going to teach you tense right now. After completion of this part, in the next lecture, I will give you a brief information regarding how one can improve his or her English communication skill. So now I'm talking to, now I'm giving the information regarding present continuous tense. As I told you earlier, I am teaching to you, you are listening to me, you are learning from me, the action is going on, they are calling me. So these are the sentences of present continuous tense. How we can understand the given tense is present or not? So basically we should know about the helping verb first. If you don't have a basic knowledge about helping verb, you should know about it. If you don't have a knowledge about verb form, different things regarding the parts of speech, you should know about the basic thing as well. Because we are not here to tell you to go in detail about the grammar, English language as well. But one should not completely rely on the grammar part. We should try to implement the meaning and its application that should be implemented in communication. How can we develop it? Based on our practice, our listening skill, reading skill, our communication on daily basis. These things can lead us to move forward. That's why we can develop easily. So you are dancing. I have mentioned on the board one example. You are dancing. It means that at the moment that person is dancing there. You are dancing. Suppose in front of me, if you are dancing now, in front of me, if you are dancing, then only I can say you are dancing, otherwise not. If you are not dancing, I can easily say you are not dancing at the moment. Are you dancing? Are you not dancing? These are the different type of sentence within a sentence. You are singing a song. You are not singing a song. Are you singing a song? Are you not singing a song? For example, very simple sentence to understand. Right now I am teaching to you. My action is definitely going on. Which tense? My action is going on in a present tense only. Because I am teaching to you. Because am is a helping verb of present tense, and verb that is teaching V1 plus ing, that is continuous form. That's why I can say I am teaching, so that present continuous tense action is going on. If yesterday I was talking to you something, I cannot say that sentence in present continuous because yesterday I was talking to you. Was where it only comes under past tense. So we have to remember these things. In a short amount of time, we can learn about it as well. So likewise, there are different tenses, types of tenses. Then we go for the present perfect tense. What is present perfect tense? My dear student, perfect tense of any tense. Perfect means nothing but the action which have completed in a present tense. Basically, suppose you have done something. So you can say, I have done my work. She has gone to Simla. We have completed this project. She has sung a song. But do remember, in any kinds of perfect tense, there verb third form must be there. We have to use verb third forms right there. Because perfect tense show the verb third form, that is past participle of the verb. Before that, you can know about the helping verb. Have, has in a present tense, had in past tense, will have in future tense. So these are the basic information regarding to know about how can we make it perfect tense. If I want to make the example based on present tense, that is especially present perfect tense, how can I make? For example, I have done my project, I have completed my task, she has finished her work. So these are the sentences of present perfect tense. The condition must be there. You have to complete it. You have to complete the particular task in a present time. If that action is already completed now, so that is nothing but present perfect tense. Helping verb of the present tense you have to use, and you have to go with the verb third form of the given verb. So this way you can understand. And while you are speaking, you don't need to think about the structure and recalling all this formula, all those things. You have to go through the communication. That is sufficient to improve your fluency as well on daily basis. The way you speak with someone, today you speak something, tomorrow you will improve something, and this is continuous cycle, which will be leading you the best way to good communicator at one time. So I hope you are getting what I want to tell you. Today, in today's class, I am just giving a brief information regarding tense. At the same time, I am also giving you more knowledge about how one can get the confidence level in communication while we are speaking with someone, while we are explaining the sentence or giving something informations. So I hope you are understanding at least something in today's class. Then we go for the present perfect continuous tense. My dear student, as you know that present perfect continuous tense. What is present perfect continuous tense? As you have been going to school, I have been teaching to you, they have been singing a song. These are the example of present perfect continuous tense. If you want to know the definition about this, so I will give you a brief definition. In short, any action which you have started earlier in the recent past or earlier, and that action is still going on in the present time. Any action you have started earlier in the past or in recent time, and that action is still going on in your present time. That action is nothing but present perfect. For example, I am teaching to you right now. Can I say this present perfect continuous? Not at all. This is present continuous. Now I am talking to you. But if I say, I have been teaching to you, I have been teaching to you since morning. So I can say that, I must say that, that is present perfect continuous tense. Action should be started earlier, and that action should also going on in the present time. That is nothing but present perfect continuous tense. Are you getting my dear students? I'm trying my best to understand this topic to you. This is my first live. So like and subscribe as much as possible you can. I will be giving you number of lectures in a brief or in short video so that you people can understand something else about the English communication and the English grammar as well. So this is the basic information regarding present tense here. And when we talk about past tense, what is past? Tell me. Past is nothing but past. You will be laughed at. Past is nothing but past. I must say past tense is nothing but any action which is completed, which had completed in the past. Suppose recently you did something, that is past. I completed my project, I sang a song, I wrote a letter, I did. These are the example of simple present, simple past tense. As I told you earlier, simple present tense I speak English. In now, in case of simple past, I can say I spoke English. I did not speak English. I wrote a letter. So these are the example of simple past. And then, how can you make sentence based on past continuous tense? When you talk about the past continuous tense, the past continuous tense is nothing but action which was going on, which was continuously going on or progressive in the past tense. For example, yesterday I was looking at you. Yesterday I was singing a song. That time the action was still going on. Action was incompleted. Action was progressive in a given particular time of the past time, especially. That is past continuous tense. But condition is that if you don't have a good knowledge about the past tense, you should know basic thing regarding past tense, helping verbs and the verb form as well. And you have to speak on daily basis, learn the things regarding past activities and past example based on the given tense. I was speaking to you, you didn't focus. I can use these kinds of example as well. You can also learn this past tense on a story basis as well. Then move on to the next type, that is past perfect tense. What is past perfect? My dear student, past perfect tense is nothing but action which had completely done in the past. If you have done something in the past and that action no more remain, for example, I had gone to Mumbai. The project had completed recently. We had played a game. We had won the match. So these are the example of past perfect tense. Action which had fully completed in the past. The action is no more remain in the present time. That is completely done in the past. That we can say that is the past perfect tense. Are you understanding? I hope you are getting something. English is a language subject. We have to speak in English, try to understand in English. Today or the next day, that can be difficult for you to understand in English language, but one day you will be understanding everything and you will be able to speak and write something regarding the tense and every kind of every sentences about the grammar as well. You should be very confident about English, then only you can improve your English. If you are negative about English communication and grammar, you are saying that I don't understand, you should explain to me in English, Marathi or Hindi language. So that can be possible, but that is alternative. After all, you have to face the reality. If you don't speak English, you cannot improve yourself. You have to go with the grammar, basic fundamental, things which are necessary for communication. Because everybody knows about the education. Many students still have a problem about the grammar. That's why I'm giving this brief information regarding that. The fine tense. What is past perfect? Past perfect continuous tense is nothing but action which had started in the past, and that action was going on in the given tense. For example, I had been cooking a food, she had been dancing on the floor, we had been going to trip. So action we started in the past, and that same action was also going on in that particular time or that particular tense. That is nothing but past perfect continuous tense. Now we move on the next tense, that is simple future. In case of future tense, first type is that is simple future. What is simple future, my dear student? As you know that nobody can see the future, everybody can predict this future, everybody can guess the future, but in the reality, especially when we learn about the grammar sessions, especially tense, that time we should know the different types of tense. Basically, we don't use this future tense except simple future and future continuous tense. But as far as our knowledge is concerned, we should learn about it. The first type, that is simple future. Simple future is nothing but any action which will happen in the future, in upcoming future. For example, if I want to meet you, that I can say that I will meet you after this lecture. I will call you after some time. So whichever action which will be happen in near future or after some period, so that action nothing but simple future. He will come back. We will go now. She will help me. So these are the sentences of simple future. So as you know that if you want to know about the formula, I will give you subject plus shall or will plus V1 plus object. In every single tense I will give this kind of formulas. But very first thing I want to tell you, clear you here properly. I don't want to go with this formula. This formula make you harder. You will be difficult yourself to understand the different kind of formulas. Formulas are for those who don't understand anything, and they want to rely on that, completely depend on that. That is a difficult task to go ahead. My dear student, go with the meaning of the word, meaning of the sentence. If the particular tense is there, simple future, action which will happen near future, action which will happen in near future, upcoming future. Suppose after this lecture I will come to meet you, it means that you just know about how things are going to happen. I will come to you after some time. So you should know about the helping verb and how action is going to help there. I will not help you. I shall write this. We shall do this. Shall or will, these are the helping verb of future tense. When should we use shall? When should we use will? We should know basic thing regarding that as well. How? If you want to know about it, I can explain it. If you want to use shall, you can use only for I shall and we shall. I shall and we shall. But as far as will is concerned, we can use will for all the pronouns and nouns. Will can be useful for all, but shall has a limited use. Just like I shall and we shall. This is grammatically accepted and clear things. You should know this basic thing as well. That's why I'm telling you. Whatever basic things regarding the English portion of the grammar, we have to go with that, try to understand it, but don't be stuck with that. Don't be dependent on a structure. Structure is nothing but a hurdle to you. If you are only following structures, structures can be forgotten. Structures can be forgotten. And you won't able to write something or speak something. Speak as much as natural you can. The way you speak, the way you write, the way you answer, that should be grammatical, that should be a meaningfully, that should be contextually, that should be comprehension, correct, meaningfully, and to the point. No need to recall, no need to speak something else rather than the real one. Go with the original things, go with the meaningful and the factful things. I know that many people, many teachers teach you the grammar with the formula, especially about the tense. But in the very first lecture, I have given the information that I will not supposed to give any kind of formula. Just go with this sentence meaning and how it happens, when it happens. For example, I am talking about present, so my helping verb, the verb form, whichever I am talking, that should be in present tense. The basic idea you should know about it, but don't be stuck with the formula, my dear student. If you really want to know about the formula, I can easily provide you. For example, if you want to know about simple present tense, I will say object. I have not mentioned here, and no need to go with that. I have never learned formula ever. I have never learned formula ever in my life, right from last 20 years. Yes, you would say, sir, you have been speaking English 20 years. Might be. But from last 15 years, I have been speaking English 100%. English communication cannot be developed overnight. Your fluency cannot be developed within 2 or 3 months. But if you have a good trainer, if you have a good teacher, the teacher can guide you properly. He can focus properly according to his knowledge or her knowledge. He will or she will teach you properly how my student can be developed and acknowledge the things in a short amount of time. So, are you getting what I say? This is my first live stream. Everyone, those who are watching this live, they can understand that the teacher is having less amount of infrastructure here. But in upcoming days, we will try to improve on based on the situations. But my dear student, I hope you are understanding what I want to give you information. So go now with the simple future. The last one is remaining. I will speak English. I will not speak English. Will I speak English? Will I not speak English? In case of simple future. When we talk about future continuous tense, now listen to me. I am going to explain about you future continuous tense. What is the future continuous tense, my dear student? Future continuous tense is nothing but any action which will happen in the future, and that action must be going on. That action must be progressive or incomplete in a particular future tense. Suppose I will come to meet you and we will be talking to one another. Tomorrow the examination will be going on. She will be singing a song. They will be cooking a food. So these are the example of future continuous tense. What is the condition required for future continuous tense? Just tell me one thing. What is the condition required for future continuous tense? The condition is that the action must be going on in the future, and that should be in a continuous manner or in a progressive. So that is nothing but future continuous tense. As far as formula is concerned, it is very easy to understand. Subject plus shall or will plus be plus V4, that is V1 plus ing plus object. You can recall it, but you can easily forget it. You can recall it, but you can definitely forget it. Because formula is not the first, sentence is first, my dear student. If you understand the given sentence, if you understand the given meaning of the word or the sentence, the type of sentence, and if you work on that on daily basis, you read something and you try to understand what is the meaning of the given sentence or in the paragraph or in any particular passage, so that you can get some habit. You will be understanding based on your learning process. And if you have a good teacher, your teacher can help you to understand, to sort out the problem. But don't be stuck on the formula. Formula is the last one. One should go with the sentence meaning and comprehension of the passage. If you are reading the passage, you should try to find out what is the meaning given there. What is the basic thing mentioned in the particular paragraph or in a passage. If you are writing or learning something about that. I have just explained to you future continuous tense. Okay, I think you are getting. I will give you two more examples. My daughter will be speaking English. If you work hard, you will be working professional. She will be dancing on the stage. We will be talking to one another. So these are all sentences of future continuous tense. I think you are getting what I want to tell you. Action must be going on in the future, and that action should be continuous manner. That is nothing but future continuous tense. Then we'll move to the next part, that is future perfect tense. My dear student, I just want to give you brief information regarding future perfect tense. What is future perfect? I have explained to you in a previous tense that perfect tense is nothing but action must be completed in a perfect. That verb should be third form. In case of perfect tense, any kind of perfect tense, it can be present perfect, it can be past perfect, it can be future perfect, but action must be completed in a particular tense. The verb must be third form. The third form of the verb nothing but past participle of the verb. Past participle means nothing but verb third form. You should know basic thing regarding this, and you try to acknowledge yourself and apply in your knowledge in a realistic manner. That is nothing but to understand the tense. That's why I told you no need to recall the structure after all. See, I have played a game. So action which will have completed in future. Action which will have finished in the future. That action must be completed in the future. That is the condition required. Suppose tomorrow you will have done your work. It means your work must have completed in the particular future tense. I will have cracked the examination. She will have passed the examination. It means that in a future time, whenever she starts actions, and if that action is going to be completed 100% in a complete manner, that action nothing but that action is fully completed in the future. That is why future perfect tense. I will have done my work. She will have gone to Bombay. So these are the example of future perfect tense, my dear students. Last but not least, that is future perfect continuous tense. Earlier I have told you future perfect. Now I am moving to future perfect continuous tense. What is future perfect continuous tense, my dear student? Future perfect continuous tense is nothing but an action which will be started in the future, an action which will be started in the future, and that action will also going on in the particular tense. Don't get? I repeat, any action which will happen in the future, you will start something in the future, and you want to continue with that process in your life or in your continuous life throughout your life. Maybe as much as you want to continue, that action is going on in the future. You started something in the future, and that action is still going on in upcoming future in a continuous manner. That is nothing but future perfect continuous tense. For example, I will have been dancing. If I like to dance, I will dance in the future. I will like to dance if I want to dance. And if I decide to continue that dancing throughout my life, continuously in my life, then I would say that I will have been dancing, she will have been cooking, we will have been playing, they will have been teaching, she will have been carrying her baby. So these are some example of future perfect continuous tense. I have mentioned some example on this board, and as I already mentioned you, this is my first live streaming. Due to the short amount of the infrastructure and the technical things, I have gone with the natural way, whatever I can come to guide you. So I will have been practicing for this game. This is the example. I will have been practicing for this game. It means in future I will try to play, and once I know, I will have been playing. It means my action will be going on in the future itself. So these are the different types of the tense, and I have mentioned some example on the board itself. You can see, if you can see this, you can take this screenshot. It will be a difficult for some student, might be, but try to understand. So in today's lecture, I have given a brief information regarding different types of tense, how tense can be understood, how can we develop our English communication based on tense. Basically, English is a language subject, my dear student. Basically, English is a language subject. If you really want to speak good English, you have to go through the reading, listening skill, vocab. Your vocabulary must be good. You should read something on daily basis. You have to communicate with your friends, your father, your mother, whoever understand English. You have to communicate with your teacher. You should not to hesitate to talk in English with someone who is good at English. Initially, it will be difficult for you to speak proper English. That can be a wrong sentence, no issue. But later on, your English communication can develop, definitely develop. How? Practice makes a man perfect, as you know this proverb. Practice makes a man perfect. If you practice a lot, if you speak English, you will be develop your knowledge. You will be develop your fluency on daily basis. You can speak English by speaking only. My dear student, you can speak English by speaking English only. There is no shortcut, there is no any formula to understand the English communication. The basic thing you have, if you are interested to speak English, if you are interested to learn about the language and the grammar, you should understand it. Follow that. Based on daily basis, you have to practice, try to speak something in order to improve your language. If you really want to improve your communication, make a group or in a spoken classes or in a class. If you like to understand the session of this class, you can join these classes as well. If you are getting at least 1% knowledge in this particular lecture, so kindly give the like and subscribe to this channel. So I will get some energy and confidence, so that the next time I will make another video to understand the different things regarding how one can improve tenses and the grammar and the rest other parts, and even for communication. I will try to give you some helpful strategy and some advice how student can be develop their knowledge about English communication. So I hope that something you get in order to improve your communication. In next session, I will come with the new topic. So till that, happy bye bye. Thank you.